Hello everyone and welcome. This isn't just another launch event. This is a pivotal moment in our product strategy, a reframing of HR digitalization from mere digitization to true transformation. At PeoplesHR, we are not just evolving software. We are reimagining the very architecture of work in the agentic AI era. Let me paint the picture that we've all lived in. Up to now, HR digitalization has been a heroic yet incomplete revolution. We've swapped paper for screens, manual calls and follow-ups for workflow notifications, signatures for taps. Yet beneath the gloss, humans still shoulder tedious tasks. Data entry, clicking through workflows, and dealing with multiple layers of UI and UX that keeps growing as a product evolves. Learning a system steals hours of productive time. And adoption stalls because software sits between users and the value that it promises to deliver. HR has kept the heartbeat going, but at what cost? Strained, reactive, and tactical. Now imagine a future of full HR digitalization. One where agentic AI doesn't merely assist, it anticipates, initiates, and acts. Software flattens into intuitive, feature-rich ecosystems, discoverable at a whisper or a thought. Every employee gets a personal AI agent, one that learns abundantly from our data, from our context and our world, working hand in hand to dissolve friction and elevate work life. That's the strategic vision that empowers PeoplesHR version 10, what we call PeoplesHR X. It's not just a tool, but a pacemaker for HR's heart. It regulates the rhythm, amplifies the strength, freeing humans to lead with strategy, empathy, and vision. In a world accelerating towards instant expectations and relentless growth pressures, this isn't optional. It's the new standard for SaaS. HR and AI come together to give you the agentic AI experience. Let's unveil what this strategy unlocks.
Ajukan cuti tahunan mulai tanggal 23 Desember 2025.
Let's zoom out to the strategic journey of HR and SaaS at large. Yesterday, digitization was about efficiency gains on the surface. Forms digitized, approvals streamlined, but strategy faltered because the human burden persisted. UI UX became a barrier, not a bridge. Endless navigation, manual inputs, and workflows that demanded more from us than what it really gave. HR stayed tactical, bogged down in the mechanics. Today, we are at an inflection point. Agentic AI shifts the paradigm from reactive tools to proactive partners. AI agents don't wait for clicks. They initiate workflows, draw on deep domain knowledge, and flatten interfaces so discovery is effortless and adoption is instant. This isn't automation. This is augmentation, where software anticipates needs and humans orchestrate the outcome. Tomorrow, HR doesn't process, it pioneers. No longer the executor in the shadows, HR now becomes the architect of growth, culture, and resilience. AI handles the execution, and strategy drives the destiny. At the core of PeoplesHR X is Lexi AI, our suite of agentic capabilities, starting with the Lexi navigation agent. This isn't a basic search bar. It flattens the product. It makes our deep, domain-rich platform effortlessly discoverable through contextual and AI-powered text prompts. No more hunting through menus. You can ask for data, navigate directly to pages, act on workflows, approve requests, all from one intuitive interface. We're talking the end of page jumping, a single prompt as your portal to access everything. But strategy demands more than discovery. It demands acceleration. Enter the Lexi Super Agent, engineered for the next layer of transformation. For simple HR self-service usage, forget navigation. Voice or text your intent, and Lexi executes, applying leave, updating personal information, all done hands-free. For complex actions in performance evaluation or recruitment, here agentic AI capabilities really shine. Lexi can leverage your profile, last year's evaluations, experience, your position within the organization to pre-populate and smart fill forms. This significantly reduces form filling time from hours to minutes. Raising a job requisition, it will pull data from the web, from the system database, check the profiles of the existing employees of similar caliber, and help draft a job description in perfect alignment with your organizational needs and culture. And for power users, HR administrators drowning in queries and service requests, Lexi Super Agent automates workflows. Instant approvals, resolving HR service queries, provides policy documentation related answers based on the documents that are fed into the agent without requiring admins to do the hard work. This isn't incremental, it's revolutionary. PeoplesHR X redefines SaaS interaction. Self-service becomes seamless and admins evolve to advisory roles. In the era of agentic AI, this is how we complete the HR digitalization promise. Of course, bold strategy requires bold responsibility. Agentic AI scale amplifies power. So we've baked governance from the ground up. Transparent decisions, ethical guardrails, and equitable access. Lexi isn't a black box, it's an ally, ensuring trust at every prompt. Because in HR and SaaS, trust is not a simple feature, it's the foundation. This is PeoplesHR X, the liberation of HR through agentic AI strategy. Not just a product upgrade, but a blueprint for the future of HR, where work life transforms from being laborious to luminous. So we've mapped the strategic way forward. Now let's elevate it to the C-suite, where vision meets execution. Over to our CEO Sampath for the leadership lens on how PeoplesHR X shapes boardroom conversations.
As a CEO, I live the tension you just described. This constant balancing act between ambition and execution, between the promise of AI and pressure of outcomes. I see this every day. HR leaders juggling the culture, engagement, well-being, and at the same time, drowning in heavy admin workload, approvals, and multiple business processes. They are the heartbeat of the business, but the system's friction is wearing the heartbeat down. And when I sit with CHROs, the story is always the same. We want to focus on people, but the tools and routine work consume us. That tends today. PeoplesHR X changed that equation by embedding agentic AI like Lexi into the core, flattening interfaces, anticipating workflows. We automate the routine without losing the human edge. This is technology that doesn't replace people. It releases people. It gives leaders back what's most scarce in today's world: time. Time to listen, time to mentor, time to coach, time to innovate, to build the kind of culture that drives the sustainable growth. Because let's be honest, Growth doesn't come from spreadsheets. It comes from people who feel empowered, trusted, and seen. Let's take the recruitment example Nilendra discussed. Hiring has evolved from gut instinct to predictive science. AI now link candidates to performance patterns, culture fit, and retention probability. It is no longer about hiring the most confident candidate. It's all about hiring the person who will perform, grow, and stay longer. And this matters a lot for leaders like us because the cost of a wrong hire isn't just financial, and it is cultural. It affects teams, morale, and the momentum of the company. Now let's talk about the retention. With PeoplesHR X, HR leaders can see the risk signals weeks before the resignation comes to your table. Shift in engagement pattern, sudden dips in performance, engagement styles, attendance and leave records, system picks all these. AI gives leaders the window to act fast, not react later. And this is the difference between losing talent and nurturing it. Succession also get a new lens. For decades, succession planning meant rewarding tenure. But best leaders aren't always ones who stayed the longest. They are the ones with the most potential to grow next. AI help us spot the potential early, objectively, fairly, and with data, no bias. And engagement, that's changing completely. No more once-a-year surveys that shows how people used to feel. Now we see how they feel right now. Continuous listening, continuous pulse checks, continuous alignment will give you the right picture about the person, your employee, most valuable employee. When you put all these together, predictive hiring, proactive retention, dynamic succession, and live engagement, what you get is something powerful that runs with intelligence, not intensity. And that's the real promise of AI in business. Let me be clear, it doesn't dilute HR humanity, but it amplifies it. When you take away the noise, what's left is empathy, connection, and the leadership. AI handles the routine, so HR can handle what truly matters people. And that's how HR shift from cost center to a growth engine. It is how the culture become a measurable business advantage. This is why for PeoplesHR, AI is not a project and it's a philosophy. We don't build technology to replace human. We built it to elevate the human. That's the why from the top. This is what boardroom is expecting. How this comes to life in the product itself, I'll hand over to Chaturanga and Ishan, leaders who make this a reality.
Vision is clear, strategy is set. Now time for the product. I am Chaturanga, Director Product Management.
And I'm Ishan, Vice President Engineering.
So Ishan, what's the main force behind PeoplesHR X?
We introduced Lexi in PeoplesHR X, a smart agent and a super agent bot which will help our HCM users. It's AI-enabled, multilingual and voice-enabled solution to empower our HR champions to be more productive and effective.
In modern day HR systems, complex navigation and inconsistent UI is a challenge across HR systems, and module navigation can be time consuming. I'm sure Lexi can help our HR champions.
Absolutely. Lexi's Smart Navigator option is an agent to simplify navigation with contextual UI flows. We give fast access to menus. Lexi can fast track your operations with quick access to your data, and more importantly, it can read company policy documents and give fast clarifications. For example, Chaturanga, can you wear shorts to the office?
Hi Lexi, can you wear polo shirts to office?
Lexi, is Peter at office today?
Hi Lexi, I got a call from Sam Potter. Who is he reporting to?
Who is the best performing person in the marketing department?
Lexi, what's the attrition rate for the month of October?
Lexi, can you predict my team leaves for the upcoming month? Lexi, I'm on the move to office. What's my interview schedule today?
Another major business challenge we address is the fragmented recruitment process and lack of intelligent candidate matching, which leads to wrong hires, which waste a lot of energy, time and money.
To address this challenge, we have integrated PeoplesHR to global job boards. And also we have introduced AI-based smart matching algorithms to enhance recruitment flows.
We give access to 25,000 plus job boards to publish jobs, and we provide the omni-channel candidate management via your own job portal. Now we have one of the most smoothest and transparent employee onboarding journey Xperience enabled in PeoplesHR X. How do we address high manual workload and inefficiencies in executing routine HR tasks?
We automate repetitive tasks using Lexi Super Agent. The solution can provide quick access to operational queries, perform tasks with zero navigation, and fast-track daily operational tasks.
Now with Lexi Super Agent, we embrace our traditional tasks with modern AI-powered features to make our HR champions' operations much faster and much more easier.
Another key focus in PeoplesHR X is visualizing the workforce behaviors and their performance. Difficulty in accessing real-time workforce insights and predicting organizational risks is a challenge we have addressed in PeoplesHR X.
Now we have enhanced enterprise dashboards, interactive analytics, and predictive analytics in PeoplesHR X. This provides real-time dashboards of operations, and management will have summarized views up to individual employee level drill downs. Payroll is a key area which needs proactive measures to be taken by our payroll champions. How have PeoplesHR X taken measures to identify these risks proactively?
Anomaly detection is the answer to your question. We provide compliance mapping and identify gaps or missing data for key payroll users.
With this option, we reduce risk of payroll errors due to lack of compliance visibility and audit capabilities. More importantly, employees will get their salaries on time with less tension on our payroll officers.
Payroll is heavily dependent with attendance and absence. Hence, we have enhanced these modules by introducing dynamic logic and machine learning to automate the roster planning and shift allocation.
Customers who focus on workforce operations will find these capabilities much easier to record their daily routine tasks. What are the worksite access gaps bridged with PeoplesHR X?
Now we have enhanced features for factory managers and factory employees with advanced kiosk experience by enabling voice functions, meal management solutions, and employee survey features.
This comes on top of the local language feature we already offer in our earlier version to bridge cultural and language barriers. Talking about cultural barriers, how have we enabled voice interactions to increase system usability in PeoplesHR X?
Lexi Super Agent has the capability to recognize multiple languages in the form of voice and text. Now we have introduced multi-language support and voice interaction capabilities in key user functions covering managers, HR champions, and employees.
Another key focus enablement in PeoplesHR X is employee evaluations related to performance cycles. As we all know, the performance cycles in companies can be very challenging and can be very controversial. What have we done to address the inefficiencies to manage performance and feedback efficiently?
We have introduced performance evaluations in the mobile app, and our PeoplesHR X users can run their performance cycles end-to-end on their mobile devices.
Further, Lexi Super Agent is able to generate performance management assistance to your employees using AI capabilities. So no more excuses to delay updating your performance reviews.
After completing performance, it's important to focus on employee development and provide them with sufficient training to excel in their work. What have we done to enhance the learning experience?
Now we have multiple integrations with market-specific leading learning solutions to enhance the experience. And now insights can be centralized for faster decision making. Further, we have increase employee collaboration with market-leading software vendors, which increases employee engagement among peers. Every business has unique practices and need to connect with other systems. How do we cater advanced customizations? Do we need to go for development?
Not anymore, Chaturanga. We have brought in dynamic forms and field generation with integration capabilities. It's a no-code solution. This can reduce enablement time significantly, and HR teams will have the ability to maintain their unique practices in PeoplesHR X itself.
Is PeoplesHR X regulatory compliant?
PeoplesHR X solution is compliant in 40 plus countries, and we run over 1 million payrolls a month. The distributed architecture of the attendance service and payroll services ensure the speed and the efficiency. The centralized capability management ensures who should have access to the system and at what capacity.
How will Lexi change the way we protect our customer data?
We comply with data protection related policies in the countries we operate. This is in addition to the numerous security certifications we already maintain. With Lexi, you can be rest assured that your AI journey will be built on top of the secure architecture with proper governance.
Thank you to everyone who contributed in building PeoplesHR X. Your feedback and ideas have shaped this release.
We invite you to keep engaging, keep sharing your wish list, and help us to build the future of HR together.